Oh dear, Gromit. Must stop eating cheese last thing. It's given me terrible dreams. Last night I dreamt I'd accidentally become engaged to our neighbour, Miss Flit. Can you imagine? What's this? Oh no, lad. So it wasn't a bad dream after all. It's a real life-flipping nightmare. It's all coming back to me. At the fair, I found that lug nut and she thought it was a... Oh my giddy aunt. Talk about matrimonial misunderstandings. You've got to do something, Gromit. No. I've got to do something. I must go and speak to Miss Flit at once. Apologise and explain it was all a terrible mistake. I'm sure Miss Flit will understand. She'll probably be relieved when she learns I wasn't proposing marriage after all. It's not as if we've much in common. Well, I suppose there's nothing for it but to, Oh, Major Crumb.
Yes? Morning, Wallace. I've come about a professional matter of the utmost delicacy and secrecy.
You have? Oh, wonderful. Step into my consulting room and tell me all about it. Seems I'm going to be tied up for a while, Gromit, on business. Why don't you go and put your ear to the ground and find out how the land lies next door?
Great Aunt Prudence, you came so quickly.
Of course, Felicity. An urgent summons from one's only living relative and heir to one's fortune can mean only one thing. Man trouble. Now, who is the blighter this time? I'll box his ears if he's been toying with your affections.
Oh, no trouble as such, Aunt Prudence. But, well, there has been an important development on the matrimonial front, which... Pardon me, Aunt Prudence. I think I spy an ugly little intruder. I positively loathe fungi. Come, let's go inside for a cup of tea.
Have you chamomile, child? Man trouble always makes me hackles rise and my petticoats fluster.
In his spare time, he likes to tinker a little.
Tinker?
Yes, inventions and such like.
A handyman? Well, you'll obviously have to put a stop to the inventing. Certainly not in the house. Can't be tolerated.
Oh no. Far too messy and intrusive.
Well, I think you've told me all I need to hear.
And so?
So long as he doesn't leave his contraptions lying around all over the house, he sounds a very suitable suitor.
So our engagement has your blessing?
I don't see why not. Unless...
Yes?
Unless, of course... Well, he's not a member of that place, is he? That appalling country club whose name alone makes me shudder.
You mean Prickly Thicket?
Oh, yes. Oh, heavens, child, you know our family history. We Flits have never associated with those dreadful prickly thicketers.
Oh, you needn't worry, Aunt Prudence. Wallace isn't the Prickly Thicket type.
Morning, Mr. Pannier.
Constable Dibbins. Delivering the mail as well this morning?
Aye, Posty's off sick. He's got the mumps and I've got the hump.
Sorry to hear that.
Her Majesty's mail must be delivered, and PC Ernest Dibbins has never shrunk from duty, even when such duties aren't even part of his blinking job description. Here's your post.
Ah,
Couldn't help but notice the coat of arms, Mr. Pannier. A prickly thicket, isn't it?
happen?
So, you remember then?
Oh, aye. Practically me second home.
Is it now? That's a very interesting coincidence. I was just saying to myself the other day, Ernest Dibbins, it's time you joined a...
Oh, my. Excuse me, Constable.
What are you staring at? Get along now. Back off. Caught him trying to nick your letter. The important one from Prickly Thicket.
Oh, that's only the envelope. I've got the letter here.
Not bad news, I trust.
Oh, no. Quite the reverse. It's my turn to propose a new member.
Is it really? Well, I never.
It's a heavy responsibility. Not everyone's cut out to be a prickly thicketer. The candidate must be a gentleman of impeccable character. Someone who's always there for a friend in need. A pillar of the community. And, of course, a sportsman. Going to be a long search?
Not necessarily. I mean, the ideal candidate might be somebody who's very close to you.
Oh?
Aye, somebody who's right in front of your nose, in fact.
Ah, yes, of course. You mean Mr. Wallace, my near neighbour and one of my best customers.
Wallace? He's no blinking sportsman. He don't know one end of a golf club from t'other.
Well, that's true.
And he's hardly a pillar of the community, like
Like who?
Mr. Pannier. My dear Mr. Pannier, who watches over this town centre like a shepherd watches his flock. Who sees to it that everybody stays on the straight and narrow.
Oh, you mean you? But don't forget, you forgot to find me after that business with the bad bangers last month.
Only on account of me soft heart. It's me only failing. But don't start getting ideas. I'll let you off with a warning once, but just once.
Of course, Constable.
Now, you better start getting these crates put away. They're blocking a public thoroughfare.
Oh dear, not more crates.
Good day, Mr. Pannier. I'll leave you to think things out. Out of me way, you.
Don't suppose you can use a few crates of super sticky nut butter, can you? I ordered 5 tubs, but the daft ha'porth at warehouse put me down for 500. How am I supposed to shift 500 tubs of super sticky nut butter? Wait a minute. Take this home to your master. Free sample, courtesy of Pannier's Produce. If you don't like it, you can always use it to fill in cracks before decorating.
Hey up, Gromit! Ooh, careful with that. It's my last one, and it's reserved for Mr. Pannier.
Ah, yes, I've just remembered.
No answers yet in the flit case, Gromit. You may want to use some of my equipment.
That's right. Put the thumb screws on her. This is a matter of the utmost importance, Wallace, or I wouldn't have come.
I appreciate your faith in my skills, Major.
Faith has nothing to do with it. Facts are what we need, man. Cold, hard facts.
Of course.
Can't really leave these crates in the street all day.
My good friend Panea. Glad to see you doing your civic duty.
Oh, yes. Wouldn't want to presume on our friendship.
That's why I've always respected you, Mr. Panea. Never one to take advantage of powerful friends. You know, when push comes to shove, the law must be obeyed.
Honour, duty and golf. That's the Prickly Thicket motto.
And a fine motto it is. A motto I could easily live by if, say, someone were to invite me to join the club.
Say no more, Constable. I've thought it over and...
Thinking heck!
Crikey!
What kind of trick is this?
Trick? No trick. Just a little mix-up. Optical illusion. If you'll just turn the other way for a moment, I'll...
Turn the other way? I am an officer of the law, Mr. Panea.
But our friendship...
I'm sorry, Mr. Panea, but vermin's vermin, and vermin trumps friendship every time.
So, that's how it's going to be, is it?
Hey up, Gromit! Closed you down, did he? Oh, the constable's in a right grumpy mood today, isn't he?
And I thought we were mates. Almost invited him to join me country club, I did.
Oh, well, you've saved yourself a lot of regrets. Here, this ought to soften the blow.
Extreme putting. I've been looking forward to this issue. There's supposed to be an in-depth feature on the merits of natural rubber grips versus synthetic. Hello? What's this? Blinkin' Nora. Is that who I think it is?
Well, I'll be. That's our Wallace, that is. Rookie of the Year.
I didn't even know he played golf.
Oh, he's a man of mystery and no mistake.
Yes.
What you thinking, Pat?
Constable Dibbins, this is a pleasant surprise. What brings you to,
Here, package for you.
What do you suppose this is about? It's from Prickly Thicket. Well, I never. They're inviting me to become a member. And they've even enclosed the club's official tank top. Imagine that, lad. A country club. Ho ho! We're going up in the world, eh, Gromit? Miss Flit.
Please, Wallace, you needn't be so formal. Not after yesterday. Call me Felicity.
Yes. About yesterday.
I did leave you hanging in suspense, rather, didn't I? Naughty me. But I do have an answer for you now.
You do?
I couldn't take a step of this magnitude without first consulting my great aunt Prudence. And you'll be delighted to know she has given us her blessing. Isn't that wonderful? Her only caveat, and it's almost too ridiculous to mention, is that she forbids us to marry if you're a member of...
We reject the sticky wicket, that and ball of cursed cricket. We tell other sports to stick it. Golf for us is just the ticket. Hurrah! Hurrah for Prickly Thicket!
Brother Wallace is duly sworn in co-conformance with prickly protocol. Devil if I ken why it had to be Wallace, but what's done's done. Welcome to the club, Wallace. We await the opening whack. Swing the club, you tube!
What's he doing here?
Miss Constable Dibbins.
Stop in the name of the law! I hereby announce that in violation of Municipal Bylaw number 486, as relating to sports and social clubs use of, this club is to be closed forthwith.
This is supposed to be regular.
Bylaws state, and I quote, every registered golf and country club must be in possession of no fewer than one fully functioning golf course.
Oh, yes. That bylaw.
Pardon if I'm a bit, shaky on the upswing, but are you saying that...
We don't actually have a golf course. Not at the moment, anyway.
Had one once. Dashed fine one it was, too.
But the deed was lost.
Somewhere within the walls of this club.
Some little time ago.
1649?
Rotten year.
It's a long and terrible story.
It's history.
And as of tomorrow morning, Prickly Thicket'll be history too. Enjoy your last day at the club, gentlemen.
Well, there's only one thing for it, I reckon. Like the Booby Bobby said, let's enjoy our last day at the club.
Capital idea. Perhaps I can get a game of chess in before ticket.
I still need to work on me cushion technique.
Pardon me, but PC Dibbins is going to shut Prickly Thicket Golf Club because it hasn't got a golf course.
That's horrible cheek.
And it hasn't got a golf course because the deed proving its existence is lost.
Yes.
Indeed.
Aye, that's
Well
right.
then, there's nothing for it but to find the deed.
Easier said than done, laddie.
Prickly thicketers have been searching for centuries.
Impossible quest, Wallace.
Impossibilities are our speciality at Golden Retrieval.
Of course. Now I remember. That's what I hired you fellows to find. The deed to Prickly Thicket Golf Course.
Me clue finder ought to come in handy for finding clues. Could this be a clue? Only the man who has mastered the Ganges and made the impossible shot is worthy to pocket the porcelain key that will slide in the porcelain slot.
Master the Ganges? Does that mean the river? Or could it mean...
Could it mean what?
Nothing. Just a silly superstition.
I'm still missing a clue or two. Eureka! A clue! The golden key shall only be obtained by him who earned it. The golfer who, without a clue, took up the game and learned it. To hook and slice is never nice unless ye have direction. A book depicts in stages 6 the order of perfection.
Aha! I've got it now.
You have?
Rook to pawn 3.
There's bound to be a clue nearby. What's this? Behold the foolish puppy dog, he keepeth very busy. He seeketh for the silver key, and spinneth till he's dizzy. The hours pass, he stoppeth not, in daytime nor in nighttime. Methinks he'll findeth not his prize, until you see the right time. Blinkin' Nora, this is a riddle and no mistake.
Call that poetry, Wallace.
I think it's a clue, Major Crumb.
Tee-hee time, everybody. Time for a joke. I say. I'm wearing my lucky golf socks today.
Lucky golf socks? What the devil are lucky golf socks?
The pair with a hole in one.
A sock with a hole in one.
Either that clock's wrong or I am. Springs could do with a bit of tensioning.
Nonsense. Clock's on thicket time, that's all.
Now then, I wonder...
Crivens! He has found it! He's found
It's the
it!
silver key! Can't take tea today, lad. Prickly thickets on a bit of a sticky wicket. And only golden retrieval can save the day. Grab our detection kit and let's... What's up, Chuck? Good afternoon, ladies. Is there anything I can do for you?
Wallace!
Oh, dear me.
My grandniece is a tender-hearted girl, Mr. Wallace. She hates to see a man ruin his life.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure, Mrs.
It's Miss Flit, actually. And I make it a rule never to shake hands with individuals who belong to certain organizations. Golf is a barbaric practice, Mr. Wallace. Those caught in its snares inevitably descend into squalor, destitution, and madness. It's all there in this little booklet.
Save yourself, Wallace!
A glass of milk?
Makes a change for the sort of tipple you imbibe at your club, I'll venture. Very good. Drink your milk. At least that's a wholesome activity.
Do you think it will restore his senses, Aunt Prudence?
There's always hope.
I've enjoyed our little chat, Miss Flit. Oh, and a great pleasure meeting you, Miss Flit. But, Mustache?
Please, try to turn your life around, Wallace.
Awfully pressed for time, Gromit. Would you mind attending to our guests?
Could we have a clean handkerchief, please?
How do, Wallace? How goes your first and last day at your new club?
Couldn't you see fit to spare Prickly Thicket, Constable Dibbins?
Quite devoted to the place, ain't you? Considering you only got sworn in this morning.
It's only that, well, the club has such a long history and,
Aye, an history of decline and fall, and blatant discrimination when it comes to new members.
I beg your pardon?
They don't know what they missed out on, passing over a crack golfer like me. I could have put Prickly Thicket back on map. I could have showed them that...
Showed them what?
It wouldn't mean anything to you, Wallace, but plenty of clubs are killed to have a member who knows the Ganges grip.
As a crack golfer, Constable Dibbins, perhaps you could give me a pointer or two. I'm still a bit new to the game and...
Here, give me that. You're holding it all wrong. You've got to... Ah, I see. Very clever.
Clever?
Think you can trick an officer of the law into divulging the Ganges grip, do you? Well, since your club's about to close, I'll show you anyway. Now watch closely. There you are. Got that?
Afraid I can't quite make out what you're saying.
The missus had some of that Mr. Panier's fancy nut butter. Now she can't open a gob.
Oh dear, sticky situation that.
I know. Wonder if he's got any more.
Here you are, Mrs. Gabberly. This ought to do the trick.
Oh, I can talk again.
Now look what you've done, Wallace.
And I'll have a few choice words for you tonight.
I wonder, Mrs. Gabberly, would you mind awfully if I, dip the handle of my golf club into your sticky nut butter?
If it'll help you with your detective work, help yourself. I want nothing more to do with the stuff.
Much obliged. Now then, about the Ganges grip. I was wondering...
You're holding the blinking club upside down. Give me that. The trick is to... Hey, think you can steal me secrets, do you? All right, take a gander at this. There now. Catch that, did you? What trick are you trying to pull, Wallace? Take your pigging club and bug off, Wallace. I haven't got time for all your shenanigans.
Much obliged, Constable.
Crikey O'Reilly,
This is most irregular.
oh, the Ganges grip.
I told you, Pannier, there's no such...
By heavens, he's porcelain key!
Talk about a hole-in-one.
Ah, time to tee off. Now, who am I gonna humiliate today? Wallace now, is it? Is that the best we can do for a challenger? Now, watch how it's done, laddie. Do you see that? Hole in one! Am I a McBiscuit, or am I a McBiscuit? Your turn, Wallace. Unless you want to throw in the towel. Pick a club. It's your turn, so take a shot. You can swing from the laddie's tee right there, or the lassie's tee down there. For you, I'd recommend the lassie's tee.
See that? By heck, the chairman's missed his shot.
No, I never. It were the rubbish club what missed it. Well, your turn. Pick a club. How many strokes you reckon it'll take him to get off the tee? Show us your best, Wallace.
Heavens! He did it again. He missed another shot.
Something's not right. What's going on? All right then. Which club are you going to use? Here comes the fiend of the fairway. Gonna swing from the big boy's tee this time, are you, Wallace?
Look, Wallace sunk the ball.
No, he never. It's a trick. He... Crevens!
Crikey!
Oh.
The golden key!
No, the golden key!
The porcelain key that will slide in the porcelain slot. Gold key, gold lock. Looks like a match.
It's the deed.
Well, it appears to be genuine.
So you see, PC Plod, Prickly Thicket has a wee golf course after all.
I see. And where is this land exactly?
Well...
If you can't even establish that, gentlemen, I don't see how...
Gangway! Gangway! Used to be in reconnaissance, don't you know? Dab hand at topography. Let me see now. Bit of a rise to the north, river bisecting the 11th fairway, grove of oaks to the west. Interesting.
What is
What is it?
Naturally, some of the landmarks have disappeared in the intervening years, but if my guess is correct, the 18th green is located precisely on the spot of ground now known as
62 West Wallaby Street.
Well, I'll be.
And it's not just my house that's in danger. If Chairman McBiscuit gets his way, the golf course will end up covering most of the...
But I'm still jiggered if I understand why you're playing golf through the middle of town.
If I win the Chairman's tournament, I'll be named Chairman of Brickley Thicket, Mrs. Gabberley. It's only the club chairman who can call off the wrecking ball.
Why's the Chairman's tournament got to be played here?
Well, as the deeds show, Mrs. G, we're standing on the site of the original Brickley Thicket golf course. You see, it's all very logical if you stop to think about it.
And Chairman McBiscuit sinks his putt, moving him to 20 under par.
But let's face it, Pat. You haven't a prayer.
Oh, I'm not chucking in the trilby just yet. I've still 2 holes to play, remember? And I've got one clear advantage. The greatest helper a golfer ever had. Me remote-activated auto caddy. Watch this. Hey, Gromit, how'd you like to man the controls for a while, huh?
Get away with you. Give up now while you're still behind. Have you not been humiliated enough?
Not by half. Which way to the next tee?
Well, let's make things interesting at least. 2 holes left to play. The wee short hole starts here, and it ends right over there.
What a shot! Hole-in-one for Chairman McBiscuit. He's on fire today, ladies and gentlemen. Now he strikes to the 18th tee.
The long hole starts right here, and it ends...
By heck, what a Bobby Dazzler! Clean out of sight.
Why, Panea, where's it going to come down then?
Let me see now. The 18th hole. Yes, that would be 62 West Wallaby Street.
Oh, yeah. Now, you can play the 2 holes in either order. Play them both at the same time if you like. First man to finish, the pair of them wins the tournament. What do you say?
I say, that's a very sporting offer. I accept.
Right then, afraid I haven't got time to hang around here and watch you muff your shorts. I've a victory party to get to. You'd best follow me back to the 18th green, Panea. You'll not want to miss commentating on my match-winning putt.
Now then, which hole shall we tackle first? Let's give the short hole a try. Oh dear, that's going to be a tough shot.
A spectacular shot, ladies and gentlemen. Spectacularly bad, that is. Straight into the sewer. Another stroke of misfortune for the underdog Wallace.
Nothing for it but to take the plunge, eh, lad? Not exactly a picnic in the garden, but at least it's dry down here, eh, Chuck? Now to locate the ball and chip it back out. Shouldn't be too difficult a task. Oh dear.
And we're back, broadcasting live from the Prickly Thicket Chairman's Tournament here at beautiful 62 West Wallaby Street. If you're just joining us, I'm Mr. Paneer. I'm here with top-seeded player Duncan McBiscuit. We're on the green of the 18th hole. At least, we think this is the green for the 18th hole. To be honest, we're having a right old to-do trying to find the actual hole.
Are you positive this is the spot?
Well, I copied me notes straight from the old deed. 13 lengths southwest of the tree, it says. Maybe you're measuring with the wrong club.
There's only one official Prickly Thicket measuring club, and this is it.
Yes, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. The thrilling finale to a thrilling contest. Stay tuned and you won't want to miss a moment of the drama. Oh, listeners, it isn't over yet. Not till the ball goes into the cup, here at the end of the 18th hole. McBiscuit is the reigning champ. Ah, me joke book. Oh, this is a good one. I say. Might surprise you to hear it, but I'm a scratch golfer and all.
You? A scratch golfer?
That's right. I write down all me good scores and scratch off all the bad ones.
And scratch off all the bad ones! Scratch off.
How's Wallace doing? He's at about... He just... That's a good question. I'd better check on Wallace. Me listeners won't want to miss anything important.
Mushrooms?
There, my dear.
Oh, it's only Gromit.
There he is. And there's no polite way to say this, down in the sewer, flailing about with his clubs in the filth. And they called him the Rookie of the Year. Who would have thought Wallace would end up down there?
Mercy!
It's happened. Just as I said it would. He's finally hit rock bottom.
And only I can save him, his angel of mercy. I'm coming, my poor, addle-headed golfing fool.
And what a tournament it's been. What a contest. Up and down, up and down. Of course, all the ups has been Duncan.
Oh, there you are, Gromit. No luck down here, I'm afraid. If only these pesky mushrooms hadn't...
Wallace!
It's Flint.
So it's true! You finally hit rock bottom! As great Aunt your angel of mercy has come for you. I will lift you from this place of degradation back into the light. I'll wipe your burning brow and nurse you back to health. I'll surround you with flowers and music and mushrooms. Ah! Out of here! Get me out of here!
Oh, you poor thing, you've had a fright.
Everywhere! Mushrooms!
Come up to the flat, love. I'll fix you a nice cup of tea.
I'm not sure I know what to make of that, lad. Do you?
Orpha Wallace, down there in the sewer, taking straw.
Now, which club to use? What do you think, lad?
Well, it's about time.
It's in the cup, ladies and gents. Wallace has sunk his ball, bringing his score down to just, let me see, 998 to 215, 235 over par. But the tournament ain't over yet.
You know, Gromit, I think I'm starting to get the hang of this game. I'll take the controls now, lad. It'll take a good strong club to get me all the way to West Wallaby Street. Which one to choose? Ah, me blistering iron. Pity the flag isn't in the post box, eh, Gromit? Got to play the ball from where it lies, I reckon. Oi, Gromit! Any sign of the ball yet, lad? What are you up to, lad? Blinky Nora, the 18th hole!
What the? Wallace's ball? Oh, no! This hallway ain't big enough for the both of us. You didn't see that, and neither did you.
See what?
Found the ball, lad. Now, how to get there from here? Hey, drop that. Do something, Gromit. Another try? All right.
did it. He did it, ladies and gentlemen. Wallace has completed the 18th hole of the ancient but rediscovered prickly thicket course. And considering Chairman McBiscuit still hasn't even located the 18th hole, I hereby declare Wallace winner of the Chairman's Tournament and the new Chairman of Prickly Thicket.
It's true, then.
Indeed it is. The long reign of Duncan McBiscuit has come to an end.
All hail Chairman
Wallace!
Wallace!
Oh, no need to make a fuss on my account.
Oh, but there is, Wallace. Heard the entire game on the wireless. This is a new beginning for Prickly Thicket.
Aye, an era of peace and goodwill and justice for all. Right, Wallace?
That is, yes, I certainly hope so. As Gromit will attest, I've always been very Gromit. No dogs allowed in the club, lad. You'll have to wait outside. Now, for my first official act as chairman...
3 trumpets for all?
No, Major Crumb. My first official act will be to tear up old Roaring McBiscuit's deed and to save West Wallaby Street from the bulldozer.
Yeah, of course. Jolly good, jolly good. You carry on, Wallace.
Where is he? Where is that wee bogan bumpwood?
You mean Chairman Wallace?
He's around the corner, tearing up the deed.
He cannot do that!
Oh, but he can. Tournament's over, and he won it fair and square.
But you're forgetting about the sudden death round.
Sudden death?
Aye, the round where I make sure he meets a sudden death. Let me at him.
Don't touch him. No, gentlemen here. Let's settle this.
Stop in the name of the law. I hereby serve notice for immediate closure. Aye, again. For violation of local bylaw number 682, which prohibits the feeding of Polyporus pilus, commonly known as the ball-shaped mushroom Tusculus carolinensis, or your common garden grey squirrel. And, as the offence took place on Prickly Thicket property, I've no choice but to...
Knock it up, knock it down and bury the remains, and we're here to see you do your duty.
That's right. Prickly Thicket has caused quite enough trouble.
Kindly point me to the chair.
It is too late to save
And then what is not obeyed has to take the consequences.
Who's been mucking about with me oscillating fan? It don't oscillate no more.
Suppose I'd better join him. Miss anything important, have I?
Well, I haven't actually done anything yet. As you can see, we're packed like a pressure cooker full of sardines. And I wanted to discuss our options before...
Discuss? Poppycock, are you a waffler or a leader, Wallace?
Well, that is,
Wafflers waffle, leaders test. It's a trap.
Everything's under control. I'm sure there's a simple way to deactivate the lock.
It's a sand trap.
No need to panic. I have an idea. But to put it into effect, I'll need to shift over to the window. Major Crumb, could you slide into the empty space?
Flanking maneuver, eh? Brilliant strategy.
Mr. Paneer, if you wouldn't mind sliding over.
Like this?
You realise, Mr. Paneer, we could have avoided this outcome if you'd have chose a different candidate for membership.
You're in the club now, ain't you? Satisfied?
Miss Flit, I wonder if you could just wiggle over
Beg pardon?
into the empty space.
Oh,
Hello, Felicity.
Duncan?
Why'd you do it, Felicity? Why'd you want to throw me over for a numpty like Wallace?
I'm not interested in Wallace anymore. I'm not interested in any man who golfs.
Aye, but I'd have given it up for you, lassie.
You would?
Aye, from the moment you first brushed me off, I kent you were the one for me. I tried to put my feelings into rhyme, but I'm nae good with words.
Your eyes are as deep as the murkiest loch. Your teeth are as straight as Blackpool Rock.
You remember it?
Of course I did. Your eyes aren't too shabby either.
Now, Miss Flit, if you could simply shift your weight, into the empty space.
This is intolerable.
Could you shift over a bit, Mrs. Gabberley?
Ooh, I'll have a go. Hate to bring it up at a time like this, Mr. Pannier, but there is an outstanding balance on that putting magazine.
I can't reach my wallet at the moment, Mrs. Gabberley.
Course you can't, love. We can settle up later.
Constable Dibbins, if you can move over.
I'll give the orders here if you don't mind. And I'm ordering myself to move over.
Major Crumb?
One step ahead of you, Wallace.
Now, Mr. Pannier, if you...
Move over, I know.
Miss Flit, could you... Miss Flit?
What an impertinence!
Mrs. Gabberley?
Say no more, Pat.
Now, Mr. McBiscuit, if you could just move into that empty space.
Aye, the space next to you so's I can throttle you.
Perhaps not then. Constable Dibbins?
Perhaps I will, perhaps I won't.
Pardon me, Mr. McBiscuit. Could you perhaps shift your weight over a bit?
I'd like to shift my fist onto your hooter for getting us into this scrape.
Duncan, please.
All right, lassie, all right.
Mr. McBiscuit?
Ah, shit your gaggy, I'm shifting.
And here we are. Oh, much obliged, everyone. Now I can put my plan into effect. Help! Gromit! Do something! Help! Save us, lad! The sands of time are running out!
us out of here! Help! Help, I say! Help! Help! Please, help!
Help! I'm trapped! I can't move my arms at all! Will you... No, not... Help! Please!
Help! Help! It's Mr. Paneer here! Please help us! We can't get out!
Help! Help! Is anybody there? Somebody help us, please! Gromit! Help! Help anybody! Anyone there?
Help! Help! We're in a terrible situation here! Will somebody help us, please? Help!
Help! Will someone open this door? We need some help! Will someone get us out of here? We're suffocating in here!
Oh, the help! I say! Oh dear! Oh, what a carry-on! What a kerfuffle! I say! Oh, help! Help! Somebody! We're trapped! Trapped! Ooh! Hey.
Get us out! Phew! Thanks, lad. Close friends are a fine thing, but that was a bit too close.
Well, why people are so keen on country clubs is a mystery to me.
Then you meant what you said in there about quitting Prickly Thicket?
For you, my little sprig of healing
Just a
heather.
second,
Anything.
Felicity. I don't think I've been introduced to this young man.
Romantic.
Sand bath! Most invigorating. Cleans out the pores. Reminds me of the good old days in the Sahara.
You know, Constable Dibbons, I hear on grapevine there may be another, opening at Prickly Thicket.
And I've heard a certain grocery shop may be reopening soon too.
Well, old chum, I'd say Golden Retrieval's first professional investigation has gone rather...
Wallace, this is rather awkward for me to say. I mean, I know your feelings about me.
Oh, you do?
You see, in the heat of adversity, I've discovered that my heart belongs to another.
Ah, righto.
So, please, don't say anything to prolong our agony. I must therefore return this to you.
By heck, lad, that's 2 close shaves in one afternoon. I don't know about you, but I could murder a copper. Oops, hang on, just a sec. Time for some cheese, methinks, Gromit. What do you fancy, lad? Edam or Wensleydale?